Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jackson, first play, going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. Loose inside the 30. Rashad Bateman. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Here we go. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And some room to run now. And the return will stop right around the 25. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down and 4.
No, we changed it.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 9.
Hey, Ken.
Play action. It's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting
and he's going to go down. They get drawn back at the 40. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Hey, Monday.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Andrews' first catch, good for a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Jackson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's field's hit and the ball is loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens, and that will set them up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and it is 28-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Bears.
Here we go.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And it's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Here we go.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Cook up the gut, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Fields. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 28-0 lead, you figure they're just going to be happy to take this lead right into the locker room. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Here's Fields. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, report. Report. Get up.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Justin Madubuike in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
There'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. A handoff running left is Dobbins. Muscles him off. The 20. 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 42-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Madubuike able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Flowers going to go in motion right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Middle.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll go again with Dobbins. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got it reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has